So, Condors win big 6-2 over the Stockton Heat. Let's talk about it. There's no real surprises on the forward line on what three players make it up. Kyler Yamamoto, Brad Malone, and Joe Gambardella. Really, when one of your wingers has I think it was four straight games with a goal coming into this game. Yeah, it makes sense. Why wouldn't you start that line? That and those three have been together since I think the first game of the preseason. So it's no real surprise that it's those three. And then Evan Bouchard with William Lagesson on the blue line, which, okay. And then in net is Stuart Skinner. Cool. And then for the home team, the Stockton Heat, it's Ryan Lomberg, captain Byron Fraze, and Itu Tulola. I don't know. I haven't watched a lot of Stockton games. And then on the blue line is Andrew Nielsen and Brandon Davidson, who played, I found out because of this broadcast, played in both obviously with the AHL Stockton team, but he also played with the Stockton Thunder, which was kind of cool. I didn't know that. And then in net is rookie goaltender Artem Zagadulin. I'm pretty sure I got both of those names right. I'm not 100% sure. This was Colby Cave's first game as a Condor, and I thought he played pretty well. For being with a new team and having, I think it was 2 days to learn the system and, learn everyone's name. I thought he played pretty well. And then just one thing that it pains me to say, but I have to give Stockton credit for. The jerseys that they had in this game were very nice. Their 15th anniversary logo for being, in Stockton, is very cool. It's, I'm going to use this as a kind of a template. So on this side, it's the old Stockton Thunder's Thunderbolt with an X over it because they spent 10 years as the Stockton Thunder. And then the flame from their current logo over here with a V on it for 5 years in the AHL as the Heat. And then if you take, I don't know if it's a completely new design or if it's based on, one of their other two jerseys, but it's like gunmetal gray with red, yellow, and white streaks kind of coming up the inside of the arm. It's very cool. If I can find the link to the Twitter page or to the Twitter post that Stockton put before this game, I will put it in the description below because, damn, it's a nice jersey. So with that out of the way, let's talk about the game. So, the Condors, noted very good team that starts a lot of games on time, takes a penalty a minute and 5 seconds in. Okay, who is it? It's Josh Curry, 2 minutes for hooking. Was it a good call? Yeah, that was the right call. That was a textbook hooking call. Now, Condor's glasses taken off. Yeah, that is objectively a textbook, as defined by the rule book, hooking call. That is as clear cut as you can get on a hook. Josh got beat, and so he tried to slow his man up by hooking him. Unfortunately, the ref was looking right at it because it affected the puck carrier. Josh, bad. You can't do that. But the Condors give up no shots on the penalty kill, and we even get a shot. And we got a couple of other chances that just missed the net. But it wouldn't take that long before the Condors decide, well, you know what, we're actually going to score. In fact, it's a little bit over 5 minutes later when Alexander Yelchin he gets a shot on, but Brad Malone picks up the puck, passes it on the backhand to Yamamoto on the boards, and Joe Gambardella sees this, and he is gone. And he's just chugga. And I don't know how Kyler got the pass through, but he wires it right on the tape. Now, Gamby, noted maybe not as creative as Kyler Yamamoto or as fast, still burned Stockton's defenseman. So much so that the guy who took the shot in the first place, he catches up to him. Sure. He gives him a hook. Gamby does not care. Pulls it to the backhand. Bing! Scores. It didn't go off the post, but whatever. Zagadulin also kind of tried to poke at it, which forced Gamby to the backhand, and 1-0 Condors. And a minute and a half later, the Condors strike again. Now the puck is already in the zone, so that's half the battle done. So Colby Cave, noted NHL player, and also noted very tough, gets the puck, passes it to McLeod, who holds it for a second on the backhand with his back turned to the goalie. Sees Gagne, so he decides to hold it and go away from the net to the right half boards. Well, closer to the corner. And he puts a lazy pass right up to Gagne, who walks in and just boom, clap, bomb from the circle. He gets his first as Condor, and he gives the Condors a 2-0 lead, which is always good. And then less than 2 minutes later, Bouchard takes an iffy penalty call. Ryan Holt said it was holding the stick, which I didn't see. The puck was kind of in the crease. I would have understood it if they called it an interference call, because it was like up in the air but in the crease. Like if you kind of took the crease and like was looking down on it from like the roof, and straight down. I could understand interference, sure, but I didn't see holding the stick, and I don't know if it's because of the camera angle, or more likely it wasn't interference, but whatever. Condors kill it off, everything's good. And 2.5 minutes later, it went the Condors' way, but I highly disagree with the Alexander Yelchin slashing call. It looked like the Condors were going to the net, and they kind of had to pull it away because they couldn't get a shot. And it looked like Yelchin was just trying to turn, and his stick like tapped. I think it was McLeod that got slashed. That is the softest penalty call I think I've ever seen. Look, Condors fan glasses back on. Great, that's a slash. I don't care how soft it is. That's a slash. Condors fan glasses off. Really? You're gonna call that a slash? Disagree. But you know what? Not my judgment. Ref called it. So the Condors go to the power play, which, if you didn't hear, has not been good. Going 0 for 12 going into this season, or going into this game. So we're gonna try and break that, right? Kyler Yamamoto says, "I got you, fam." So Malone is down at right about where the boards start to turn. He passes up to Caleb Jones at the blue line, as one does. Jones takes a big old wind up, and Yamamoto sees that big old wind up and gets right in the way and says, "I got this." Jones sees that, claps it. Yamamoto, ting, with the slightest of tips in at the high circle. Now, underrated in this play is Colby Cave, because he is right in the way of Artem Zagadulin, and I don't think he saw anything of that. Now, I'm going to make a reference that only certain people will understand. You might want to call Jim Morrison on that power play, because they finally broke on through to the other side. Yes, I'm ashamed of that. No, I'm not. That was great. So with that horrible reference out of the way, let's go to the next goal, yeah? So Luke Esposito starts driving to the net, as he does. Draws a trip. Great. And he does go crashing into the boards, but he gets up. He's fine. Gets the puck and kind of kicks. I just kicked my money jar. That hurt. But I'm keeping it in because it's kind of funny. So he kind of passes it over to Anthony Peluso, noted former Stockton Heat, who sees this, sees Evan Bouchard, noted slapshot specialist, sends it right to Evan, who settles it down, wind up, and Boosh bomb scores to make it 4-0 Condors before the first is over. And with that, Artem Zagadulin is yanked. I don't think any of those goals were his fault. I mean, sure, maybe the Gambardella one, maybe his fault. If you're gonna blame him for any of those goals, it's probably that one. But the Gagne shot was that was an NHLer taking a shot on a rookie goalie. The Yamamoto goal was tipped really far away, and then Cave had a really good screen, and then this one, I mean, it's just Evan Bouchard. That's your defense kind of let you down on that one, Artem. Sorry. So Cale McLean with the mercy pull. So we go into the first intermission with the Condors up a big 4-0. But I would say more importantly, the power play finally gets something going. The penalty kill has been phenomenal all year up to this point. The penalty kill has been what's cost us a couple games. So to see them get it going, and we get 4 goals, beautiful. So, logically, with the team up 4-0 and all the momentum, Stockton scores next. It was a stretch pass to Dylan Dubé from his own zone. It looked like it kicked off. A Stockton player's, I don't think it was off of the skate itself, but it looked like it was off of the boot. And it kicked right to Dubé, who skates in, drops it off for Corey Schooneman, who just fires a gorgeous tape-to-tape pass to Alan Quine through the crease, mind you. who sees this and winds up, clap bomb off of Laguson's skate and in. And as if that wasn't enough, Willie gets called 2 minutes for holding. I objectively disagree with this call. The puck was in Byron Frase's skates, and Willie was trying to poke at it. I disagree with that call. But whatever, the refs called it. They might have seen something I didn't. And besides, it doesn't matter. Buddy Robinson is going to be an idiot. He goes off on an unsportsmanlike conduct. I'll be completely honest. I don't know what happened on that one. He went in and it looked like he poked at Stewart. And so, of course, the Condors say, hey, don't do that. And linesmen try and get in there and break it up. But it really didn't look like anything nefarious happened. It was... Robinson probably said a not nice word that started with F and directed it towards a referee. That's all I can think of. And, I mean, after that, there was no real dangerous chances or any real notes that I had. It was just kind of back and forth with no real danger. About 10 minutes later, Ryan Lomberg noted, how should I put this lightly? Noted not very good player. No, that's not fair because he's in the AHL. Noted pest, we'll put it that way. Noted pest, Ryan Lomberg, looks like he throws an elbow really late to the head of Tyler Benson. Now there are a couple calls you could have called there. One, this one can't do that. Can't elbow a guy in the head. And then it was also a late hit. At least I thought so. But you know what? The refs play on, and Tyler, buddy, I get that he's a piece of shit, and you just can't cross-check him like that. I mean, yes, I'm sure that it felt good, but you can't do that. Believe me, I want to cross-check him too, but you cannot do that 3 seconds after he hits you, because the referees are going to be looking for that, and they got you. But the Condors kill off the last minute and 6 of that, and they kill off the rest of the period, or they kill off the rest of the penalty going into the third. So Condors are up 4-1 at this point. Going into the third now, at 13:20, Buddy Robinson, who didn't have a very good game, had admittedly a questionable hit on Captain Keegan Lowe. So Brad Malone, being the noted good teammate he is, steps in for his captain. Buddy Robinson says, no, I'm good. And Brad goes to the box for roughing. Now, I'm sure that Keegan Lowe appreciates the sentiment, and I'm sure that most players appreciate that. But, Brad, like I said in my last video, please stop taking penalties. You are one of our team's better penalty killers. I am begging you. Please stop. And as if my begging wasn't enough, the hockey gods are also trying to tell you, hey, maybe don't. Because there are 13 seconds left on the penalty kill. The Condors are doing a phenomenal job of killing this, as they do. but they can't clear the zone for like the last 30 seconds, which is never good. Dubé takes it, or Dylan Dubé has the puck, takes it behind the net, finds Matthew Phillips, who passes it to E2 to Lola, touch pass up to Rob Hamilton at the point, fakes the shot on Gagne and has him just sprawled out over here. He gets the shot on, saved by Skinner, yay! Rebound scored by E2 to Lola. Dang it. I mean, that is, you just say dang it at that point. You know, dang it and don't do it again. So, Condors are up 4-2 at this point. But not that much later at all. I mean, literally almost exactly a minute later. Buddy Robinson's shot misses again. And it rings around the net, or rings around the back wall. Cooper Marody chops the puck to Tyler Benson, and he and Josh Curry are gone. They're off on a 2-on-1, which is great. So, Benson almost immediately passes it over to Curry. They skate into the zone. Back to Benson on a really nice feed by Curry. And he gets the shot off, and with how much open net there was, I was ready to say, yay, we scored again. But Zagadulin makes a pretty good save. Curry picks up the rebound. Zagadulin is down on this, so I'm expecting Josh to just clap, just shoot it through the net. But he doesn't. Settles it down, kind of curls away from the net. Now, Zagadulin is still down at this point. And Curry just kind of cheekily slides it in under Zagadulin. So that makes it 5-1 Condors. And at this point, I don't know why Stockton pulled their net, but it bit them pretty hard. Stockton can't get a handle on it at the blue line after Robinson, again, for the third time that leads to a goal, misses a shot. McLeod absolutely buries Brandon Davidson, to knock the puck loose at the blue line. Gagne picks it up and is gone. Now, right about when he gets to the high slot, Alan Quine kind of dives at him and almost gets the puck off, which would have sucked. But Sam fights it off, walks in, just kind of slides it in the net all nonchalant. Scores. 6-2 Condors. Which, yay, the Condors destroyed Stockton. And then you look at the shots, and the Condors really relied on Stuart Skinner in this game, because they gave up 30 shots and got 28. So, I mean, sure, you could say, oh, the Condors scored on a little bit over 1 out of every 4, and Stockton only scored on 1 out of every 15 shots, which is, hey, that's great. But if you're going to score 6, maybe outshoot the other team. But hey, you know what? I'm not complaining. The Condors win, which is always fun. I don't care what the score is. I don't care what the shot clock says or what the penalty sheet says. I love it when the Condors win.